The hip-hop industry is on the verge of collapse, and the consequences are more catastrophic than anyone could have predicted. Put an end to what you are doing right now. Although 50 Cent has previously played the villain and destroyed careers with a single post, the recent incident involving him and the Harris family has shocked the whole industry and left fans speechless. Social media users are reporting that the fabled animosity between 50 Cent and T.I. has taken a turn that may be irreversible due to its darkness, intimacy, and extreme cruelty. There are rumors that 50 has supposedly pulled the trigger on a Part 2 tape leak that targets T.I.'s marriage rather than merely his crown. The internet is going crazy over allegations that this video shows Tiny Harris in a way that has never been seen before, with 50 Cent supposedly making the most derogatory remarks about her allegiance and background. The King of the South's response, however, is the truly heartbreaking portion that has everyone talking. According to insiders, T.I. this time, he allegedly broke down in a way that has horrified his inner circle rather than coming out swinging. As these accusations gain traction, we are discussing accounts of a man who was totally devastated and witnessed his entire existence fall apart in real time. Is this the height of treachery? Is this 50 Cent's most bizarre game to date? Or is the video authentic? The emotional rubble is stacking up, the tension is at an all-time high, and the receipts are purportedly being dropped. We are delving deeply into the reports of the tears, the taunting, and the possible end of a hip-hop dynasty, so you will want to pay close attention to every second of this. The music industry will never be the same after today. The atmosphere in Atlanta's streets is typically filled with the sound of bass and the hustle of the music industry. But tonight there is a heavy silence that feels like the calm before a devastating storm as reports start to circulate about the alleged footage shared by 50 Cent. This is the drama that no one saw coming. The conflict between the G-Unit leader and the King of the South has been a recurrent narrative in hip-hop history for years, but no one anticipated it would reach this point, when personal honor and family sanctity are being dragged through the digital muck. According to the rumors, 50 Cent has either released or threatened to release a second section of a private audio that supposedly shows Tiny Harris in a number of compromising scenarios from years ago. The accusations are framed by 50 Cent as evidence of a lifestyle that runs against to everything the Harris family publicly stands for, rather than merely being about a minor error or momentary lack in judgment. Fans are searching the internet to see whether these allegations are true or if this is just another deliberate action by a man who is regarded as the ultimate professional troll. Because the language being used is so insulting and the insults are so deeply ingrained in a long-standing marriage, these reports are weighing heavily on the business like a dark cloud. According to people close to the case, the video purports to show Tiny with prominent people during a time when her relationship with T.I. was purportedly solid, and the claims that she is a hooker are being made with such venom that even the most seasoned gossip bloggers are shocked. People are wondering how a conflict between two males could possibly lead to a woman being so brutally targeted, particularly someone like Tiny, who has been a loving mother and a pillar of the community for decades. With screenshots and brief recordings purportedly emerging and disappearing from numerous platforms, the scandal's digital fingerprints are spreading faster than wildfire, intensifying the mystery for those following the story. The attention has turned from 50 Cent's motivations to the real situation of the Harris household as the reports get louder. For everyone engaged in this story, the emotional stakes have never been higher. The family's friends are apparently contacting the Harris estate in large numbers to give assistance, but the doors are still closed as the internal conflict turns into a public spectacle that nobody was ready to see. A heated discussion over the morality of rap beef and if there are any boundaries that should not be broken in the quest for social media dominance has been triggered by the shock of witnessing such a well-known person being referred to in such a disparaging manner. While 50 Cent keeps posting mysterious messages and memes that stoke the flames, the true tale appears to be playing out behind the scenes, where everyone who formerly looked up to this power couple is beginning to realize the reality of the situation and the anguish is becoming physical. The sheer number of accusations is staggering since it's not just one instance or one film, but rather a compilation of statements that depict betrayal and secret lives that no one could have imagined. Social media users are split. Some think that where there is smoke, there is fire, while others criticize 50 Cent for being a bully who is attempting to damage a woman's name in order to gain an advantage over his competitor. The ferocity of the retaliation against Tiny is evident as trolls start to bombard her comments with the slurs made popular by 50 Cent. resulting in an online harassment climate that is genuinely unprecedented in its scope and brutality. The alleged state of T.I. is the most heartbreaking aspect of the narrative amid all of this upheaval. He has always exuded a sense of Southern grandeur and impenetrable assurance. As the weight of the accusations against his wife starts to shatter his soul in a way that no prison sentence or legal struggle could ever do, those who have seen him recently paint a picture of a man who is unrecognizable from the fearless rapper we see on stage. As he sees his wife's reputation being dragged through the dirt by his deadliest enemy, he is apparently hiding away in his private studio to contemplate the devastating blow to his ego and heart rather than to produce songs. Insiders describe a picture of complete emotional collapse as he sees the purported evidence for himself and realizes that his private life is no longer his own. Reports of him sobbing are becoming more common. In stark contrast to the ostentatious lifestyle and harsh facade he has maintained for more than 20 years in the spotlight, it is a moment of sheer human weakness. The betrayal seems twofold because, in addition to dealing with the footage's possible veracity, he is also dealing with the public humiliation of having his admirers and peers witness his lowest point. He receives more taunting and purported evidence that his society is based on falsehoods and secrets that are finally coming to light each time he picks up his phone. This kind of exposure has a huge psychological cost, and it's obvious that the King of the South is having trouble staying upright as the walls keep closing in on him from all sides. Words sound hollow and pointless in the face of such a catastrophe because the insults are so personal and the harm to his reputation is so great that even his closest associates are allegedly unaware of how to console him. As one of its most revered leaders is brought to his knees by a string of digital posts and purported leaks that have drastically changed the discourse about his legacy, the industry is watching with a mixture of interest and dread. As the Harris family attempts to traverse the ruins of their public image, there is a sense that something has profoundly changed in the culture tonight, and the effects will be felt for a very long time. While everyone waits to see if T.I., there are countless questions and no answers. Will have the will to rise once more, or if this will be the last blow that permanently destroys the king's rule. Every minute that goes by adds a new dimension to the narrative and makes fans question how much longer the human heart can withstand the strain of such a significant and well-publicized betrayal until it just gives out. The fact that their children are also caught in the crossfire of this virtual conflict, where their mother's persona is being attacked globally, adds to the sadness of the scenario. When the sound of a family disintegrating in front of millions of people who are more interested in the entertainment value than the real human lives being destroyed in the process drowns out the music, it is a terrible day for hip-hop. The allegations that Tiny's past was used as a weapon serve as a reminder of how brutal the industry can be to women who have devoted their life to helping the men in their lives, only to be shamed or discarded when it fits a narrative. Because of the activities of a rival who knows exactly how to hit where it hurts the most, we witness a man who was once the epitome of Southern pride reduced to a condition of sobbing and misery. The intricacy of the emotions involved is astounding. The story is now about the survival of a marriage and the preservation of a legacy that is under attack from the shadows of the past, rather than just rap lyrics or who has the most money. The tension inside the Harris household is reportedly reaching a breaking point as the sun sets over Atlanta, leaving a trail of shadows that mirror the darkness currently engulfing their private lives. As the night goes on, the intensity only increases and everyone is glued to their screens waiting for the next move in a game that has no winners and only victims left to pick up the pieces of their broken lives. Sources close to the family claim that the house, which used to resound with the sounds of music and laughing, is now filled with a deep, oppressive quiet that is only broken by the muted sounds of T.I. He was having trouble remaining calm. As the couple tries to deal with the consequences from 50 Cent's most recent and violent attack, friends who have attempted to visit the estate allege that security has doubled and no one is allowed inside. According to the reports, Tiny is in complete shock, unable to accept that her past is being used as a weapon in such a public and disparaging way, while her husband is going through emotional suffering that he has never displayed to the public. According to insiders, T.I. has been observed pacing the floors of his trophy room, gazing at the gold records and honors that once characterized his greatness but now appear to be meaningless reminders of a life that is being gradually taken apart. Tiny is allegedly experiencing T.I. as a result of the accusations of infidelity and the derogatory labels being applied to her name. to doubt what he believed to be true about his spouse of more than 20 years. There are rumors that T.I. and I have gotten into intense disputes behind closed doors. Tiny sobbingly defends her reputation and reminds him of the commitment she has shown throughout his own many court fights and public scandals, while he demands to know the truth behind the footage. Tiny has been the one to keep the family together throughout T.I.'s darkest moments in the past. So it is ironic that she is now the subject of a smear campaign that her husband may not be able to stop. Years of history and the weight of their children's futures, which are currently in jeopardy due to the claim's viral nature, add to the emotional turmoil. Fans on social media are making things worse by searching through previous interviews and music video clips for any indication that 50 Cent's charges may be true. This is a dehumanizing digital scavenger hunt. T.I. rumors. The realization that his adversary has finally discovered the one weakness that he cannot overcome with rhymes or street muscle is what makes him cry, not only the video itself. According to stories of his breakdown, he is grieving the loss of his dignity and is deeply ashamed that he was unable to prevent his wife's reputation from being damaged on such a global scale. The notifications on his phone keep coming in like a never-ending downpour of insults, and the betrayal he feels is described as a tangible weight in his chest that makes it difficult for him to speak or even think straight. In the meantime, 50 Cent is allegedly taking pleasure in the mayhem he has caused, as he keeps hinting at additional footage and information that he says will definitively establish his position. While the rest of the industry looks on in hushed fear, wondering who might be the next victim of his digital warfare, his supporters are applauding him as the king of petty. Since nobody wants to get caught in the crossfire of a battle that has become so toxic and personal, the response from other celebrities has been rather silent. However, there are rumors that well-known people are contacting T.I. behind closed doors, encouraging him to put his family first and disregard the commotion, but it appears like the harm is already done. Reports of family strife are also beginning to surface, with some relatives apparently accusing Tiny of being irresponsible in the past, while others are incensed at Tiny for failing to end the conflict with 50 Cent before it got to this stage. The Harris children are supposedly being kept as far away from the internet as possible, but in today's environment, that is nearly impossible. It is believed that the main reason for T.I.'s most intense emotional outbursts is the notion of them witnessing their mother being discussed in such a way. According to reports, his emotions are a mixture of genuine sadness for the innocence his family is losing in real time and rage at 50 Cent. As the uproar grows too loud to ignore, a number of business acquaintances are allegedly re-evaluating their connections to the Harris brand, further complicating the situation. The fall feels even more complete because the possible loss of agreements and endorsements is putting more financial strain on an already precarious emotional condition. According to insiders, Tiny has been spotted on the phone for hours at a time speaking with solicitors and publicists in an attempt to stop the tape from spreading. However, because of the nature of the internet, once something is out there, it stays there forever. Every gossip site in the nation is examining the stories of her extramarital affairs, searching for names and timings to link to the accusations, which further fuels the flames. T.I. is said to feel as though he is stuck in a nightmare with no way out and every door leading to further humiliation. People who have been in the room with him report that his voice is raspy and his eyes are red from talking and crying for hours on end while he attempts to figure out how his life got to this point. According to reports, he is questioning whether the fame and wealth were worth the cost of exposing his most intimate weaknesses to a society that mocks his suffering. For a guy whose entire identity was based on his position as king, losing respect is equivalent to losing one's life. Therefore, the claims of his world falling are not hyperbole. When he discovers that some of the people he believed to be his friends are actually covertly watching the drama with curiosity rather than worry, the betrayal seems to be coming from every angle. He is reportedly so isolated that he has even switched off the lights in his house to prevent feeling like the outside world is watching him. The media is ravenous for the story of the hooker and the devastated husband, and they are consuming every bit of information that comes out of the Harris estate. There is a sense of boiling anger that T.I. feels despite the agony, is allegedly attempting to suppress because he is aware that he will ultimately lose more if he reacts angrily. His battle to maintain composure in the face of heartbreak is characterized as a terrible yet valiant attempt to preserve what little honor his family still has. Tiny, on the other hand, is allegedly strolling through the house like a ghost, her spirit weakened by the weight of the charges and witnessing her husband's agony. The ultimate weapon of the digital age, character destruction, is now testing the bond that has withstood rumors and jail time in the past. The stories continue to depict a house that is split by suffering but united by a common fear of what will happen the following morning when the news cycle resumes and everyone finds a new way to make fun of them. Reports of T.I.'s emotional state worsen as the night goes on. Some say he has stopped eating entirely and is just staring at the wall as the gravity of his predicament dawns. The world is waiting to see if there is a way out of this or if the footage has really put an end to one of the most legendary periods in hip-hop history. The King of the South is supposedly at his lowest point. As the Harris family waits for 50 Cent to make his next move in a game that has already cost them everything that matters, every second feels like an hour. Even though the claims of the affairs have not yet been verified, the harm has already been done in the court of public opinion, and the verdict is being whispered throughout the internet. The industry is left wondering if any marriage can withstand this kind of public execution as the tragedy plays out in real time. The silence in the Harris household has now turned into a heavy atmosphere of grief and unanswered questions as the early morning hours offer no respite from the reports of 50 Cent's digital onslaught. According to insiders, the emotional toll has gotten to the point where T.I. has allegedly given up on challenging the narrative and instead withdrawn into a state of introspection and grief. Reports of him reading the never-ending barrage of jokes and comments directed at him while sitting in his darkened home office with only the brightness of his phone screen illuminating his face are fueling the rumors that his world is falling apart. According to reports, the accusations about Tiny's previous relationships and the labels 50 Cent has used are more painful than any physical injury could possibly be. According to reports, the monarch of the South is having difficulty reconciling his public persona with his private life, and he feels utterly helpless when he realizes that his family's honor is currently a hot issue for all the wrong reasons. According to the accounts, a man who has devoted his entire career to defending his pride has had it taken away by a string of posts from an unrestrained competitor. For the benefit of their kids, Tiny is allegedly attempting to keep the home running smoothly, but the weight of the accusations is allegedly preventing her from even looking her husband in the eye without crying. Family members from all over the nation are apparently contacting to inquire as to whether the tape is authentic or whether this is simply another phony prank intended to generate turmoil, as the drama has reportedly reached a fever pitch. The pair is becoming estranged as a result of the confusion. Tiny is apparently begging for his understanding and telling him that the profession is based on deceit and deception, while he feels that the very existence of such allegations is a betrayal of the life they established together. A marriage that is dangling by a thread as everyone watches and waits for the last snap is shown in the accounts of heated arguments followed by protracted periods of crying. For the Harris family, every time 50 Cent releases a new meme or a cryptic hint regarding Part 2, it's like adding salt to an already open sore. The pressure on T.I. is increased by social media analysts pointing out that the level of engagement on these posts is higher than it has ever been in rap history. To react or vanish entirely. Some people view the rumors of his breakdown as a sign of weakness, but others see it as a sign of a guy who genuinely cares deeply for the lady he chose to spend his life with despite the flaws that are now being made public. The industry is split. Some seasoned rappers are reportedly contacting 50 Cent to implore him to stop, while others are remaining mute to avoid the G-Unit boss's wrath. A broader discussion on the misogyny in hip-hop beef and how moms and wives are frequently exploited as pawns in games played by guys has been spurred by reports that Tiny was called a hooker. However, the scandal's noise level is so high that trolls' cries and the search for additional released video are overpowering these rational discussions. Rumor has it that T.I. has been told by his legal team to completely avoid social media in order to avoid making a comment that would harm him in the future, but his mental state is reportedly so erratic that everyone around him are afraid he might lose it at any time. The rumors that his world is falling apart are also related to the fact that this rumor is overshadowing his legacy as a community leader and mentor. He has always been a man of words, but right now it seems like words have failed him, and all that's left are the tears that are purportedly streaming down his face as he witnesses his life's work being called into question due to a widely shared video. However, years later, Tiny is said to feel a great deal of sorrow for ever being in situations that could be misconstrued or used against her. Because of their shared experience in the music industry, she feels a great deal of betrayal from 50 Cent, but her main concern is apparently keeping her husband from going completely insane. The allegations that some of the older kids are demanding answers while the younger ones are kept in a bubble of complete digital isolation are making the tales of their family's division more detailed. No one would wish on their worst enemy the hardship of attempting to run a home under attack while your marriage is being ridiculed by millions of people. According to insiders, T.I. has reportedly stated that he would give up all of his wealth and fame in order to regain his privacy and tranquility for a single day. The tragedy of the situation is that the public's desire for information increases as he distances himself from them, resulting in an exhausting cycle of chase and retreat for all parties. Even while the rumors about the couple's extramarital affairs are still but rumors, people who know them best can clearly see the emotional harm they have inflicted. As the narrative progresses, the main concern is whether the Harris family can recover or if the harm to their reputation is too severe to be repaired. The T.I. reports, while some are making fun of him, others are expressing sympathy for a husband and father who is witnessing his family disintegrate in front of the world. Crying on television or in front of his peers has humanized a guy who many believe to be untouchable. With allegations of the film still circulating and 50 Cent's insults showing no signs of abating, the conclusion of this chapter in hip-hop history appears to be catastrophic. According to reports, the Harris family is going into a period of complete lockdown during which they will try to weather the storm in secret. However, since the internet never stops, the scandal's aftereffects will probably follow them for the rest of their lives. The rumors of T.I.'s world falling serve as a sobering reminder that nobody is safe in the social media age and that the things you cherish most can be used to quickly destroy you. According to the last reports from inside the estate, the lights are finally going out as the family tries to sleep, but the peace they seek is probably a long way off as the industry gets ready for whatever comes next in this tragic story. This is undoubtedly one of the most shocking and heartbreaking chapters in the history of hip-hop, and it leaves us all wondering if things will ever be the same for the Harris family again. We have reported on 50 Cent's vicious accusations, the leaked video rumors, and T.I.'s heartbreaking emotional collapse, as he witnesses the real-time collapse of his world. But the plot is still evolving every hour. We now want to hear from you because, in this digital age of news, your voice matters and the conversation is taking place everywhere. Do you think that 50 Cent has gone too far by dragging personal and familial history into a rap feud? Or do you think that everything is fair game in the hip-hop world once the cameras are rolling? Are the reports of T.I. shocking to you, displaying such sensitivity? Or do you appreciate him more for being a spouse who is obviously affected by his wife's reputation being damaged? And what about Tiny? Do you think she will ever be able to clear her name after being called such derogatory names by one of the greatest trolls in the business? Please share your honest opinions in the comments section below. We will be reading them all to find out how the fans feel about this huge incident. Make sure you click the subscribe button and enable the notification bell so you never miss a breaking update if you want to be informed about every new development and report that is released about this scenario. If you thought this analysis was useful, please give this video a thumbs up. Then, share it with your friends to find out what they think about the fall of the King of the South. We appreciate you watching and tuning in to our channel for the most recent celebrity drama and entertainment news. We hope to see you in the next one.